commercial to try and convince you that you should read the epic by J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings. Why should you read The Lord of the Rings? Well, I will present to you 5 reasons in this broadcast. First of all, let us say I am reading Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, a very good book. Oh, so good, I can't put it down.
Would you like some tea, madam?
No, I can't put it down. What am I to do? Well, you see, when you read J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, you don't have to go through this loss so quickly. You see, it is 10 times larger than your average book. And it is so long that the adventure just keeps on going and going and going until you finish all 1,069 pages. Did you hear that? 1,069! But once you finish that, a horrible loss. There's other books you can read. You can read The Silmarillion.
And the Unfinished Tales, and the Children of Hurin, and Tales from the Perilous Realm.
So, another reason is that it introduces you to a ton of cool and interesting characters, and it opens you up to a new world of adventure with knights of old and kings and rings of power and dark lords. So now, I will have an interview with one of the characters, Elrond. And he's a very important character in The Lord of the Rings, and he will tell you other reasons why to read this epic, starring him, of course. It is Elrond. Oh, welcome, Elrond.
Greetings from the last homely home in the Vale of the Misty Mountain.
Elrond the Great, is there any way that you might convince our viewers that The Lord of the Rings, the epic by J.R.R. Tolkien, is above all other books?
First of all, it must be known that this epic does not end and begin in the confines of this small book. First of all, it must be known that it is written not by J.R.R. Tolkien, but by the great master of all things, Ilúvatar. It is for those who ponder the great mysteries of the universe, who consider the beginning of time and clashes between angelic entities, and also for those who consider art to be the heart and joy of the world, as poetry flows off the pages into your mind and back out through your face, back into the world again. For example, there are many creatures in the world who spend their entire being rhyming in the woods in this book and mashing potatoes. However, before this, there were dark times indeed for those of you who like horror, perhaps war. There are dark lords that you cannot imagine, of great size, that did indeed step on mountains and turn them into lakes, by the name of Morgoth.
Dare you utter that name here?
In his great caverns and steel gates he rotted. And when someone dared attack him, he stepped on him. That was the death of our greatest king. The most foolish king in the world. However, the elven race lived on to bury itself in mountains and hide itself in caves until it was routed from the earth. Then we lived in a nice place. But I will not speak. It's too far beyond you. You have to read the Silmarillion or the Lord of the Rings to understand.
Now, what is that ring on your finger? Right? On your smallest finger.
Ah, yes. Well, One grave tale was told in this book of a dark lord who enslaved the world by breeding dark, evil rings. It is the quest of Frodo Baggins to destroy.
Back to my question. What is the ring on your finger?
Oh, this is an heirloom, of course.
I meant the other ring.
This.
It looks suspiciously like the ring you speak of.
Do not mention it. It's mine. Mine.